Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Ultimate Comics Spider-Man issue 200. Now, I got the Miles variant. I actually thought the other side would have the Peter variant, but it's just two-sided. You have to buy both of them to get the whole cover. So I was a little disappointed about that. You have to spend more money of an already $5 comic book to get the other side of the cover. But whatever, I like both Miles and Peter, so I didn't really care which side I got. But yeah, they both are pretty interesting. I wish I got the Peter one too, but $5 I'm not going to spend for another side of this variant edition. But yeah, I was super excited to read this issue. Love both Ultimate Comics Peter and Ultimate Comics Miles, and was really looking forward to this because it was honoring Peter in I love Brian Michael Bendis' writing because he hits so many emotional moments and emotional beats. So I was really looking forward to that and see if he does that with this issue. And love the cover, even though I wanted the other side too, and they gypped us with that, but whatever. But before we start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a little update. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 43, and that's the show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show. And here are those exclusive comics. We got Shotgun Wedding issue 1. New Warriors issue 3. Starlight issue 2. Green Lantern issue 30. And The Vampire Diaries issue 4. So if you want to go check out all those reviews, go to Comic Uno episode 43, which will be annotated on this video, and also on Comic Frontline, so be sure to check that out. But let's talk about Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. Already talked about the cover, but again, super excited to read this. I read this Wednesday. I couldn't wait. It was the first thing on my pile. Again, just really excited to read this. I've been loving what the Ultimate Universe has been doing with the past couple of years with Miles, and in general, I love the Ultimate Universe. So I was looking forward to this, and let's see if it didn't disappoint. If it disappointed, let's see. So in this issue, we get to see, Miles, Ganke, everybody. The main people I'm going to name here. I know everyone's name, but I'm going to just name them. I don't forget anybody. But the people that are going to Peter's funeral or remembrance at his house, which is for sale, are Miles, Ganke, Bobby, Johnny, Gwen, Mary Jane, Aunt May, Jessica Drew, Kitty Pryde, Liz Allen, which I was really surprised but happy, Bombshell, Kong, and J. Jonah Jameson kind of made an appearance, but not really. And there's someone in the bushes in the end, which I'll talk about. But yeah, there is a surprise guest in the end, but we don't know who it is. So, in this issue, again, we get to see everyone just celebrating Peter's life, remembering him, and there's just some great moments. I wish I could name them all, but I guess I'll name it by character, going back to that first page. I love Miles because he remembered Peter in a way saying, hey, I could have been his sidekick. I don't really know what direction we would have went, but it would have been great. Ganke, I think, was one of my favorite moments in this issue, was he had this present, and Miles just keeps attacking Ganke and saying, why are you sending Legos to Gwen? And he's like, they're not Legos, and if they are, then it's Legos. Who cares? I know she'll enjoy it. And when Gwen gets the gift, she kisses Ganke and is like, thank you, I really appreciate this. And now I just want to know what this gift was. Hopefully, in the Miles Morales story, we'll find out what that gift was, hopefully. But I really loved that part. I thought it was funny, and it made me thinking. I really liked it. Bobby, he didn't have much here, but he was just Bobby. You know, what we know of him in the Ultimate Universe, he was Bobby. Johnny Storm, same here. He was just kind of there in the issue. But, you know, both Bobby and Johnny were very close to Peter, so I wouldn't want them not to be there. But they were there mostly for comedic relief. Gwen, loved the moment she had. Again, I think my favorite moment had to be with her and Ganke. Mary Jane, one moment I loved with this issue was that she has a boyfriend now. And the boyfriend is about to come, and she's like, I don't think this is right. He's like, all right, that's fine, I'm going to go. So it seems like he's a respectable guy, and hopefully we learn a little bit more about him. I really liked his character, and I'm looking forward to see who he is. Really liked it. Maybe he's a superhero, who knows. Aunt May, you know, I love, there's this moment in the end of the funeral. It's like, we have to do something special with Peter. What would Peter do? And they have all this food from Tony Stark, and they're like, you know what? Let's give this to the homeless. And I love that moment. I just thought it was perfect. Aunt May is like, what am I going to do with all this food? And it's like, let's give it to the homeless. I thought that was perfect. And that's something that I think all of these group of people would do. Then we have Jessica Drew. I liked her character. She, again, didn't have much to do in this issue, but she had a really cool scene with Bombshell. But yeah, Jessica Drew was a little less in this issue. Now, Kitty Pryde has some great moments here. I think really our main characters from obviously Peter's life had some great moments. Especially since Kitty was the girlfriend of Peter. One of my favorite moments is that Kitty wanted to get married to Peter, and that's, she had more of a selfish motive with Spider-Man than the rest, where he's like, oh, I think he would have been a great hero. And Kitty's like, well, I think he would have been a great husband. So I thought that's kind of funny. But yeah, it's great to see that Kitty has changed so much as a character, and I think it was very evident in this issue. And I loved what they did with Kong and her, because they had a relationship in Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. So I'm excited to see where that relationship goes. Liz Allen, love to see her here. I was actually just thinking that we haven't really seen much of Liz Allen, so it was great to see her again. She was a big part of the Ultimate Comics Spider-Man Peter Parker series also, and hopefully we'll see her more in either Ultimate Comics series. I really like her character. I think she could be perfect for the Ultimates. So we'll see what happens with her. I really like that she was here. And then the last one, I guess, is Bombshell. I like that she's more of the odd one out in this issue, but I think it worked a lot. And I'm sorry I'm describing the issue by every person, but really this is what the issue is about, is how every person that went to this party was affected by Peter. That's really what it is, and I think it hit every emotional beat with that. And now Peter has influenced so many people. And again, J. Jonah Jameson had a really great moment too, where he drives up, he's like, I don't want to go, because he had so many great moments with Peter, especially once he found out he was Spider-Man. He's definitely a different character than he was in the regular universe. But let's talk about that cliffhanger again. Overall, the issue was wonderful. I had to talk character by character, because that's what this issue is about, is how everyone was impacted by Peter, and there's just some great moments. And one thing I love about Brian Michael Bendis' writing is that he hits those emotional beats. You see that in All New X-Men, we see this in Ultimate Spider-Man, and we see this with this issue too. And there's sad moments with other stories, like, here's a funeral, a superhero died, but sometimes they don't hit that emotional beat. They're just like, he died. But I think, again, Brian Michael Bendis is great at hitting those beats and saying, hey, those silent, the panels with no words, especially giving it to David Marquez with his art, the facial expressions just work with this series. So I love that, and the ending is that someone is watching them. Kind of looks like Peter, but I don't think it's Peter. I feel like, I don't know who it is, because the ending is that question mark, and I guess that's going to be the first story arc for Ultimate Comics Miles Morales. But who is it? It says the, and it's blank the blank. So I don't know who it is, and it kind of looked like Peter, but I feel like they're trying to trick us with it looking like Peter, but it's actually not Peter. So really intrigued to see who that is. And really looking forward to see what Miles Morales' Spider-Man series is gonna, bring. I think that story is gonna be really interesting. But yeah, this is my pick of the week. This is awesome. It made me choke up. It made me have fun. Made me remember both series really well. And I think it honored both series so well. Honored Miles Morales' series, but also honored Peter's series to the fullest. So I have to give this 5 stars. This was an easy pick of the week for me. Loved it. Read it. It's awesome. I think if you love Peter Parker's Ultimate Comics Spider-Man, this honors him so well. And it's worth the $5. Love this issue. Pick of the week. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Unknown, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Unknown and the Rad Situations. And don't forget to like my Facebook page. And I will see you guys later. Bye.